We'll get that bomb ass recovery speed.
And dog, if I had a 98 speed rating, all the fast dudes end up on the Raiders. Yamon Figures, that dude was hella fast out of Kansas State.
And that's your historical tangent of the day. All right.
There's like two guys I can't remember, but they're really fast. They're all fast. Name a really fast guy. He plays for the Raiders.
Another marquee free agent that's still out there, or I wouldn't really say marquee, but he's relevant. Jordan Matthews, he still hasn't got picked up.
I would say Allen Hurns is a better receiver than Jordan Matthews ever was.
Allen Hurns is out there too.
Actually, he got cut by the Jaguars.
Actually, I want to say
he'd be a good fit in Oakland.
Hurns, yeah, well, because Greg Olsen, his offensive coordinator, is there.
But his best year.
I think Hurns only had like 1,000 yard receiving.
Jordan
year. Matthews had 1, and Jordan Matthews had 2 800-yarders, and I don't know if Hurns had other 800. They're pretty similar.
Yeah.
It's just Matthews fell off the cliff in Buffalo last year and was terrible.
Matthews ain't the number one receiver.
That's for sure. We already knew that. We knew that as soon as Philadelphia traded him.
I knew that even with him, he was too skinny at Vanderbilt. I'm like, he good, but he not like great. Marquise Lee, apparently they're all in on him. Be interesting to see. Like, you really look at the Jaguars receiving core, who they have. It's crazy. They lost their 2 best receivers from 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much. And they still have. They
cut Mercedes Lewis.
Yep. Oh, and then I also wanted to bring up the fact that Terrell Pryor actually just signed today
with
too.
With the
Jets. So Teddy Bridgewater to Terrell Pryor combo.
I'm not really excited about that.
Crickets? I don't know if you heard the crickets outside, but I heard them outside.
They were screaming
and he actually picked the Jets over the Seahawks, which was a little surprising to me personally, because the Seahawks are a much better franchise and they're on the West Coast where everything is, not as snowy. But who am I? I don't know.
Also, Orlando Scandrick asked for his release from the Cowboys. They gave it to him when he went to go sign with the Redskins. Rashawn Breeland's still out there, but he probably still has that infection in his foot. That's why he got cut. His deal was voided.
His deal was voided
by
with
the Panthers.
Yep.
Ryan Grant ended up signing with the Colts. Eric Ebron signed with the Colts. That's a good pickup. He actually has more receiving yards. He has this weird stat where he's
someone called him out on Twitter. They're like, bro, you just drop passes in crucial situations these days. And he said, bro, have fun sucking like you've done your whole entire football existence, because the dude who added him was a Lions fan. So, yeah, he pretty much dropped the mic. Oh.
On that fan's feelings? Damn.
Another tangent, man. Did you see that Richard Sherman, how if you donate to his foundation, he'll unblock you on Twitter?
Didn't see that, but I did see that Vince Staples is taking the money because he's pretty much, you can either go for $1 million, I'll leave you the fuck alone forever, his or mine. He didn't anywhere near that goal. He's going to donate to the Bella and North Long Beach Library. So kudos to Vince Staples. He's a real one.
All right, thanks for that tangent. So yeah, Richard Sherman was basically saying if you donate at least $2 to his foundation, he'll unblock you. Man, but you need to take some time and go look at this thread, because someone literally took screenshots of all the different 49ers fans, what they were saying about him 2 years ago.
Ooh.
And why they got blocked, and then side by side, well, I gotta say when I was wrong, so here's $25, Richard Sherman, standing all on him. And it's football's weird, man.
Football
fans are weird, bro.
I want to say white dudes who can't play football and are just real possessive of black athletes, but no, fans all across the board.
Bro, you've added some people and said some blasphemous ass bullshit.
Oh,
I'm blocked with Jihadi Ward. But I'm just saying,
what I've said has been true.
I don't try to step out of the bounds to get blocked.
I've never cussed at a dude.
Number two, if I do get blocked, damn well I'm not going to stand on you for you to unblock me, because if you're that sensitive to where you got to block, you shouldn't be on Twitter, because that's the whole point of Twitter is random people at you and say what they want to say. And if you don't like it, well, get the fuck off Twitter. I don't care if it's valuable that you have 50,000 followers. Get at me.
I don't think they are, but that was a good try. See what you did there. You know, some companies just negatively promote themselves to get positive promotion. It's actually kind of smart, like Pepsi.
But yeah, while we're on the topic of Richard Sherman, he was getting called out about his deal, specifically by Joe Thomas, saying his deal was trash or whatever. And, well, that's because Richard Sherman doesn't have an agent, and he negotiated his own contract before having a lawyer look it over. And so basically it's $3 million guaranteed, $7 million is another guarantee from that $3 million. So $3 million's like fully guaranteed.
Signing bonus?
Yeah. So I think $3 million is a signing bonus, and then it's all together $7 million for the season, and then he can make another additional like $7 million based off of incentives. So it could be anywhere from seven to $14 million or something like that. Which, given his Achilles injury, I think that's pretty fair. I mean, I want to say that's about what Michael Crabtree signed when he was coming off an Achilles injury, and he was a couple years younger than Richard Sherman. So,
True. I just think Richard Sherman's going to ball out, and I'm really scared of what the Niners might do this year. And what my barber and another barber that I know made a really good point. They said, you know, Jimmy G's better than Jared Goff. And I had to stop and really think about it. I had to really think about it. I was like,
hell nah.
I was like, bar for bar.
Hell nah.
That'll be interesting. That's an interesting story to watch.
Hell to the no.
Because as far as it looks, the Niners and the Rams are going to be the two best teams in the division. And they might have the two best. They might have, not they don't have the two best quarterbacks, but like situation wise, they're way more set up. Like the Niners are better set up than Seahawks right now. The way the offensive line's played. The Niners need a couple pieces, and they'll I do the Hall of Famer because man, he's made elite.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he outlasted Joe Thomas because I think he became in before Joe Thomas too.
He ran a 4.7. That's why that might help.
And he's been a lot more relevant than Joe Thomas. I don't think he ever played in a playoff.
Never.
So that's pretty depressing.
And Joe Thomas was like, "Well, left knee just can't do it." And when your left knee goes out as a left tackle, it's over for you.
Shout out to Jake Long, who said he's just running after having a ACL injury like 3 years ago and battling an infection and
Achilles and almost losing his foot.
So he was real happy about being able to jog, man. So shout out to him. Football's real. Football takes away limbs.
No one overall pick. He was so good he could have been an all-pro at left and right tackle. He held like a son of a bitch, though. He even said it. They did stories on it. He had more than anybody, but he was still great. He just held all the time. And, man, he got mad at Miami Dolphins. Everybody gets mad at Dolphins, whether like Frank Gore, Miami, I guess it's retired Florida. He might as well.
Wait, he visited.
He signed.
Wow.
He signed with the Miami Dolphins.
Wow. He's from Auburn, right?
What?
What? Where did he go to school?
Mute your mic. He went to the U. Frank Gore.
I don't know why I thought he went to Auburn.
I'm disgusted and shocked.
I don't know why I thought he went to Auburn.
How did you? What?
I don't know, man. CTE's real.
What the fuck? What?
My bad. Damn.
Nah, dog. I should have get you snuffed if you said that name. Said that in Duval, they'll shoot you in the mouth.
My bad. Retraction.
Wow.
Retraction. My bad.
I'm worried for you now. Are you okay?
Nah, I need some water. I'm dehydrated out here.
I thought you were going to shout out Kendrick when you said I need some water, but all right, whatever. Bottom line is, the Dolphins cut Lawrence Timmons a couple weeks ago.
The point is,
he might go back to the Steelers.
The point is, I don't know why Frank Gore is going back to the Dolphins because they're not going to be relevant.
He's not going back to the Dolphins. He's going there for the first time.
Okay, well, I don't know why he's going there in the first place because they're not going to be relevant. He's just
for yards and stats.
He just left a non-relevant Colts team
that was terrible.
So why are you going to do that to yourself again?
He has 14,000 career rushing yards and 96 total touchdowns and 3,700 receiving yards in his career. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. If you're gonna put Curtis Martin in, don't tell me Curtis Martin was better than Edgerrin James. I mean, not Edgerrin James. He wasn't better than Edgerrin James, but he's. Don't tell me Curtis Martin's better than Frank Gore.
Gore is better than Edgerrin James. See, here's my thing.
Miami running backs they really had a run.
Here's my thing with Frank Gore, right?
Edgerrin,
Frank Gore,
Willis McGahee, Frank Gore, Najee Davenport, a couple other guys, Clinton Portis.
Wait, wasn't Frank Gore after Najee Davenport?
I didn't go in any particular order. I really didn't.
But you slandered me for my
I didn't go in any particular order. You said he went to Auburn. He's from Florida. He went to high school in Florida, went to Miami, and you're going to sit up here and really say, he went to Auburn? You're thinking of Carnell Williams.
No, I know who Cadillac Williams is, and I know who Ronnie Brown is. I don't know why I thought he went to Auburn. Wow. I think there must have been another running back taken at the top of the second round.
He went in the third round, by the way.
I thought he went in the second
round.
He
went in the third.
Who am I thinking of?
He was like
I'm going to have to Google that. Second round running back in Auburn.
Thinking of Stephen Davis.
No, definitely not.
No, Stephen Davis was a first rounder.
So my thing is with Frank Gore is, and this is the same thing with some of the other receivers who aren't in the Hall of Fame. Shout out to your Rams. And
they weren't better than T.O.
My thing is Frank Gore is in that middle category of like he was really consistent and he was one of the top running backs
but he was never
for a long time, but he was never the best. He was never. I mean, was there even a year where he was a top 3 running back?
1,696 yards rushing.
Okay, but was there a year where he was like a top 3 running back?
That year and like 2 years after that.
Wasn't that at the peak of Forte and AP?
He was better than Forte.
No, he
was better than Forte.
Nah,
he caught passes, but he was better. He wasn't
better than Forte.
He was a better runner than Forte.
Nah, not at their peak.
At their peak?
Nah, no way.
Then you got to bring in Steven Jackson.
No, Frank Gore had more longevity for sure than Matt Forte. But
Matt Forte never ran for as much yards as he did. He was an all-purpose back through and through. But he never had more rushing. He never had more than 1,500 rushing yards.
I'll still take Edgerrin James over Frank Gore. I'll take Priest Holmes. I'll take Sean Alexander over him.
I'm not taking Sean Alexander over.
Come on, bro.
Frank Gore.
You're disrespectful.
Bro,
has Frank Gore even sniffed the MVP?
That one
Has
year,
he even sniffed it?
1 year he came close. That 1 year we had almost 1,700 rushing yards.
I bet you he didn't even lead the league in rushing.
I
bet you he didn't even lead the league in rushing.
I'll check it right now.
All right. Well, since Kenny can't multitask.
I can multitask. Shut the hell up.
Just listen to his dead silence while he fact checks me.
Shout out to P for not being a good A or B mic and just keeping the conversation going while I look up these numbers. You proud of yourself? Looking at your paper, you still can't see. You still can't read off of it. Look at you. And I'm sitting here multitasking.
All right.
Trash. By the way, he'll be splitting time with Kenyon Drake because Damian Williams left somewhere else.
I knew that.
Actually, that was his first 1,000 yards season. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here's where it gets good, everybody. So he came into the league 2005 from Coral Gables, Florida. Went to Coral Gables High School. He had 961 yards rushing.
Okay, you don't need to give us his play-by-play.
His second year in the league. 1,695 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns.
Damn, he's already been in the league like 12 years? 13 years?
14, I think.
That's a long-ass time for running back. Running backs don't do that anymore.
Bro, the lowest number of rushing yards he had was his rookie year, and it was 608. That's the lowest number of rushing yards he's had. He's had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 1,000 yards rushing seasons.
Okay, so now look at his highest rushing yard and click on the year and see if he even led the league in rushing. Because I bet you he didn't.
I bet you he did.
Are we putting wings on this?
We can. By the way, are we going to actually finally go to Buffalo Wild Wings, B-dubs, and you can properly trash them or, I don't know, talk your slander? Because I'm waiting for your hateful. This might be the night to just unload all your hatred on B Dubs.